like a 4x4 has gone on the left and the right, because they've flattened the grass. So I can definitely see where they've gone. Just letting the engine pull me along here, not really adding anything to it, just pulling in the clutch every now and again if I needed, just to ease off the pull a little bit. Bit of a camber here on the left hand side. I can see my foot will drop there if I had to put it down, so my plan is to go on the right side. Still quite a way to go on this byway bit. I mean, so far not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but you know, still something to easily catch you out here. I can see a little bit wider, it's flattened up here, the grass is a little bit flatter here, not too much flatter. Let me just slow this down a little bit, see what it is. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. The front tyre just caught in a very narrow rut there. Ooh, slipping and sliding everywhere. There we go, wants to knock you off left and right. Yeah, it's one of those things, you're just analysing what the track is left and right, you know, and just seeing, okay, is it, can I just keep on rolling, or do I really need to start crawl along, if you know what I mean? It's one of those things, just constantly keep, you know, doing the jellyfish, you know, moving your arms and moving your body, you know, just trying to keep that balance. Right, hold on, let's see where we are now. Okay, so the rut is going left and right. I can see that. And this centre bit hasn't really... Okay, they've cut the grass on the left hand... Oh, well, the weeds on the left hand side. But it still isn't great. I mean, you can see up ahead, this is... Oh! As I say, lose your balance, and that's it, all over the place. Alright, so crawly all the way along here. Oh. I think I've damaged the bike, but the mirrors are all loose. I'll have to reset those in a minute. So I'll get to the end, reset those, have a good look at check the bike over and see how we go. Well, there you go. I'm not going to edit this out, you know. I want you to see it and see that, you know, you can drop the bike, but you're not actually going to do any damage because you're going so slow. But it can happen so quickly, and it can flip you so quickly, and it's that front tyre, you know, hence why just very, very cautious when I'm doing this. Very cautious. But even so, you know, easily happen. Easily happen. Alright. See where we are now. Whoop. Sorry about the heavy breathing, but that is, you know, you're having to pick up your bike. That is tough going. Right. Let me just pull this up here now. There you go. Might be time for a break, I think, as well. Well. Never said it was going to be easy. And that's the thing, I feel like a right donut talking to this camera or by myself in the middle of nowhere, but just to let you know, I mean, it's, you know, as I said there, you can have a mixture of everything. Wide open tracks, really horrible tracks are really narrow, catch you off balance. So easy, so easy. So treat it with caution, and even if you do get chucked off, it's not a drama because you're going so slow. The big drama is trying to pick up a bike, and this is where these are only suited to, you know, certain types of people who can lift them up, you know. And there is sort of, and as I said, you know, sometimes those off-road, so those videos you can watch about picking up your bike when you're back to the bike and everything, sometimes that doesn't really work very well because the bike is leaning over into a bit of a ditch and the wheels are stuck on a higher ground, so you have to drag it off to the wheels. That's what I did, and I basically had to pick the bike up from the tail here just so I could get some leverage on the front handlebar, which was stuck underneath, and then just, you know, hoik it up. But tough going. Right. Okay, so back on it after a few adjustments there, the wing mirrors mainly, and the bike's fine. But I'm just going to take it really cautious on this because it's really hot now. It's actually just jumped here. It's gone to 31, just stood there. Yeah, so the last sort of half an hour, right on the hills here, it has really jumped up. This is a newly done road, or resurfaced it, and I can just imagine it's going to be melting underneath. So just the same tactics as in off-road, really, all on the back brake. Very loose chippings. So this is going to take me all the way back into East Garston, get onto the to the other road, and there's one more byway to do. I think I'll have to check my map. I won't actually, I'm on the main road, and then that'll be it. So yeah, warts and all video, this one. It's been an eventful day. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought it was going to do. So I'm already 3.5 hours into this. You know, I really should have taken more of a break, I suppose, a little bit higher up, halfway around. But you know. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm not saying that's the reason I, you know, lost my balance there, but who knows. Anyway, no harm, no foul. Move on. Just cautious if somebody's coming the opposite way here. I don't want to get on the right hand side just in case I have to change direction pretty quickly, and this loose stuff is going to cause a few problems, so just up we go. Yeah, so just coming up on the right hand side there is another byway, and I think it's basically the final byway of the day. And again, this one I have not been on either, so you know, the last few I hadn't been on before, so you know, it was all a new experience to me as well. Got to be aware, I'm really hyper aware now of my fatigue levels, so you know, that's something I'm just very conscious of, very conscious that, you know, the bike's gone down a couple of times now already, just losing my balance, so just keeping that in mind as I go. So I probably will, I mean, it depends on how I find it. Here's the byway. How I find it, I might just go incredibly gingerly along the way. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll edit this out, but I'm just going to get back to... Okay, here we go. Right, cut that bit out. Right, off-road, here we go. On the final stretch of the byways. And this would have been all the byways in the Lambourne area. So, you know, watch the video and you'll know exactly what you're getting into. Okay, you probably can't see it on the left-hand side. There's just a field full of horses. Lovely. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a water pumping station. Oh, that's weird. They do have these places right in the weirdest of places, I can't say. Yeah, a sewage treatment plant, which doesn't smell at all, which is really unusual. Okay, right, so getting on to the dirt stuff proper. Just going to slow this down. Second gear. I mean, it's certainly wide enough, you know, and compact enough I can already see. Visor comes up, gets a bit of air into my lungs. Can be a bit stifling, you know, otherwise. Right, so here we are. I say, well, this is a nice trail. This is lovely. Fields to my right and rising ground to my left. Trees. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so I can feel it right. So this is where. Now there's a road to the right. Now I'm pretty sure the button. Oh, I don't know which one is which. Doesn't say either. Do you know what? Let's just go up here and see. Yeah, okay, just adjusting the front screen there, just in case you thought what's happened to me. Right, get a better view. I do find when the screen is in the way upright position, it's fine, but you kind of get distracted a little bit by it, you know, so, and the vision is refracted a little bit through it. So I think, you know, with a lower screen, you're actually just getting, you know, you're just using your eyes in unobstructed view, really. It seems to be much better. Because it's not, oh, look at this, just beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Really slippery underneath, actually. Yeah, with the loose chips and the rocks. Yeah, I just saw a sign there saying byway. I've got the rutty stuff now. Just going to be aware of it. I'm going to come to the centre ground, and because I know it's very loose either side, so if it pulls me into it and I got some rocks, it might destabilise just a little bit. Okay. Wow, this is. I mean, you just want to crawl through this anyway, don't you? I mean, it's just so lovely. You know, why would you want to hoon around here? Amazing. Lovely. Very nice. Now I wonder where that went. Yeah, okay, that just went into a farmer's field, so I'm assuming this is it here. Okay, well. So this, you know, track, so far, you know, anybody can do this on any bike. It's not a major drama. You know, so if you want to get your byway experience, do this. You know, if you've never done it before, you know, do these kind of things. Get your experience on this sort of stuff first. Just be very aware that obviously in the winter it's going to be very slippery because it's wet and muddy. It'll be compacted underneath, but it'll still be very slippery on top. And in the summer it's still compacted but very slippery because it's a very loose gravel and, you know, powdery dirt and you know, and stuff like that. Right, pretty much that's it. So, yeah, and to the end here, and that's your lot for today. So what I'll do, I'll pull over somewhere and sort the bike out, and then get back. And I think I need a nice long shower after that, because that was, I've got to say, hard work in this heat. Hard work. Let me just pull over here. Pull over point. So there you go. Got to the other end. Yeah, a couple of unfortunate little drops there. So easily done. You know the bike I'm riding. It's a big heavy lump of a thing. You know, but you know, going slow enough, you know, you shouldn't get hurt really. It's just a case of, as I said to you, along the trails, if it does go over, you've got to be able to try and pick it up somehow, and you've got to find a technique, and it's like brute force sometimes. So, you know, if you're not good at picking it up, I would say at least go with a, you know, a riding pal. At least two of you can get it back up. Anyway. But that's it. So this is all the byways. That's every single byway in the Lambourne area, just on the north side of the M4 between junction 14 junction 15. Lambourne, West Berkshire in the UK, if you don't know where it is, or if you're coming from abroad. It's great. Lots of great little riding roads around here. Lots of back lanes, lots of country lanes. But obviously the byways, and I think, you know, as I think I've probably said on the video, it's probably the one stretch of byways that I've done that has virtually everything. You know, you've got open plains riding, wide tracks, dirt tracks, narrow tracks, wide ruts, deep ruts, shallow ruts, you know, woodland, hills, you know, up, down, you know, rolling countries. You've got everything. So it's a great experience. You know, and I always say, keep on saying, if any time you're not too sure about these things, just stop, take a break, turn back, okay, if you can. Or, you know, if you're forced to keep on because you physically don't have the strength to turn your bike around, you might be stuck in a rut or something, then just go very, very gently. And, you know, the time that you will get destabilized is, let's say you have to go up a little bit of a hill a little bit of a bump on the front wheel, for example, front tire. That lifts your feet off the ground a little even further. So if you get destabilized, there's a rock or something, that can flip you a little bit. You try, then go and put your foot down if you lose your balance, and then you're into a hole. So you've got to be very mindful of those, and, you know, it can happen to anybody. So it happened to me twice. So you can go for a year and never do anything, and then you come off twice in one go. Anyway, hope you like these riding times. Lots more to come, I'm sure. And hopefully make them interesting for you to watch and listen. Interesting for you to listen to as well. That's the better thing. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Next riding times on Revelator Alf. Please subscribe. Tell all your friends. Tell all your riding friends as well. Hit the notifications button and leave your comments below. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave them comments below, and I'll try to answer. Again, you know, it is a warts and all thing. You know, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I'm not trying to say it's easy. I'm not trying to say it's, you know, ultra hard. This is only for the really experienced riders. As you know, my philosophy: any bike, anywhere, anytime, and anybody should be able to do it. You just need to, you know, take it easy, build up your experience, and away you go. Right. Anyway, catch you on the next one. Cheers.